All right, y'all. So this question came up a lot in the comments about what does it mean to be lukewarm. And lukewarm is defined as being only moderately warm. All right. In the biblical sense, when it comes to being lukewarm, lukewarm basically means you want to have your cake and eat it too. You claim to be a Christian, a follower of Christ, a believer, but you are still indulging in sin. Being lukewarm is someone who continues to indulge in sin and abuses God's grace. That's what that means to be lukewarm. You're trying to have it both ways and in the middle. There's no middle ground when it comes to God. He even says, matter of fact, he even says he would rather you be cold or hot, which means he'd rather you be all the way in or all the way out. There's no middle ground with God. And it's crazy that he says he would rather you be all the way in the world than to claim to be with him and still indulge in sin. Like there's no consequence for that. No. Like God's grace, do not play with God's grace, y'all. Do not play with his grace. God is a God of love, but he also is a God of wrath. He's a just God. And he's just not about to just let people just sin willy-nilly and think that you're not going to pay the consequences for it. No. No. So lukewarm is when you're claiming to be a Christian, but you still indulging in the same sins or even sin, period, as if you're not. Still being in the world. That's what I mean when I say, claim people who are Christian out here, still sinning behind the cross. That's what that means. You're trying to have it both ways, and you can't do that. So I saw a quote by Francis Khan. I hope I said it right. But it says lukewarm Christians don't really want to be saved from their sins. They want to be saved from the consequences of their sins. And y'all, that is a word. That is a word, man. Jesus paid the ultimate price. He didn't die for us to keep on sinning. He says repent. Repent means to turn away. Not to keep doing it, but to turn away. So y'all, I hope this cleared it up on what it means to be lukewarm. There's a difference between being human and struggling with sin, because as long as you're in the flesh, you're going to struggle with sin. It don't matter if you're a Christian or not. As long as you're in the fleshly body, you're going to struggle with sin. But to willfully do it, which means going out here doing what you want to do and saying, oh, God will just forgive me, or I'll just ask God to forgive me later. It's okay, I'll do it. I'll just ask God to forgive me. No, that's abusing grace. And that's what lukewarm is. So I hope this cleared it up, y'all.